Project-based learning, teaching by doing and learning by doing. Project-based learning is a dynamic and collaborative way of teaching that gives the students the opportunity to explore and engage in real-world problems by finding creative ways to solve them. It is often multidisciplinary. It might be lengthy, weeks to months, or not. It follows steps, includes the creation of a product of performance, and most importantly, it often involves real-world, fully authentic tasks and settings. Project-based learning, as we know it, started more than half a century ago, precisely as a practical teaching strategy in medicine, engineering, economics, and other disciplines. Later, it moved to K-12 education and has evolved as a method of instruction that addresses core content through rigorous, relevant, hands-on learning. Project-based learning proposes a new way of doing things, but despite being innovative, it is not a brand new teaching approach. Project-based learning ideas around teaching have been around for centuries under different lenses, from philosophers such as Confucius and Aristotle, who were the first ones to propose the idea of learning by doing, to John Dewey in the 20th century, who changed the idea that students were passive recipients of knowledge, to the idea that students need active experiences to prepare them for an ongoing learning in a fast-moving world. And of course, we can go back to Maria Montessori and Jean Piaget. Let's remember the Montessori method is entirely based on the experiences of the learning environment, and Piaget was the founder of the highly used constructivist method, in which education is about reflecting on experiences that are based on questioning, investigating, and interaction with others. In other words, teaching by doing has been constantly suggested as the ideal way to do things. Why, after having so many thinkers propose this idea, has it not led to a great revolution in education? What has happened along the way? Despite the arrival of the digital era and the creation of the 21st century skills, why are we still stuck on direct instruction? Why are we not doing more project-based learning in our classrooms? A great number of schools turn their focus on numbers, scores, college admission rates, and ways to strive for excellence. Does this sound familiar to you? The thing is that all these scores and numbers are not a reflection of the high level of knowledge workers are demanded of in today's world. Educators are trapped in between numbers and the needs of the real world. Should we continue producing numbers, or should we shift to the new framework? What is project-based learning, and how can we use it to support teaching the 21st century skills? The following images show some examples of project-based learning activities. Project-based learning, it is built upon learning activities and real tasks that bring challenges for students to solve. The activities that take place during project-based learning reflect the types of learning and work people do in the real world. It usually culminates in a product that students create or do to showcase their learning to a public audience. Some essential elements of project-based learning are significant content, 21st century skills, in-depth inquiry, driving question, need to know, student voice and choice, reflection and revision, public audience. In project-based learning, students learn and use elements of the curriculum, but also apply what they know to solve authentic problems and produce results that matter to them and, most importantly, to the world. It is sustained in inquiry and authenticity, requires critical thinking, problem-solving, collaboration, and communication. Project-based learning has experienced a resurgence, and now it has more relevance than never before. The following are some tips and learning lessons if you are considering project-based learning in your classroom. 1. Flexibility is key to planning and implementing. 2. Students need freedom to explore and make decisions. 3. Seek feedback from students throughout the process. 4. Remember everyone learns from each other. 5. It can be a mix of individual and group work. 6. Students should enjoy the creative process, and the end result may or may not look like what the teacher envisioned, and that's the fun part. 7. The most important piece of advice, enjoy the process. There is vast evidence and research showing that project-based learning is effective in building deep content understanding. It raises academic achievement and encourages student motivation to learn. What are you waiting for? We can start by taking advantage of spaces like libraries, technology, art rooms, and maker spaces. Librarians, technology, and art specialists are key elements supporting collaboration among teachers of different subjects and helping you make this to happen. In summary, as you saw, from centuries our great thinkers have agreed upon the idea that we need to make use of our knowledge. We are in the fourth industrial revolution and we're moving fast. Our school's urgency to form successful learners reflect that fast pace of life, whose rush does not give us time for exploration, inspiration, and creation. We really need to cultivate agency, innovation, and collective action so we teach our students to collaborate to problem solve our future. Project based learning is at the core of it.